What's up guys, What the Doug back again bringing you another video. This video is going to be in response to my last video. I said if you guys have any questions on my truck or my brother's truck to go ahead and DM me over Instagram or ask down below. These are the top 3 questions I'm going to run over in this video that I get on my truck. It seems the more subscribers I get on YouTube, the more followers I get on Instagram, I tend to get the same question over and over. So hopefully these 3 questions will clear up a lot of people's questions. And if I don't get to your question, you can always ask down below, or I can make another video later on asking or answering those questions. And my brother's video will be a separate video. He's not going to answer those questions in this video. So if you guys have any questions on his truck, shoot him a DM because he's planning on making the same type video as I am right now. So like I said, these will be the 3 main questions I get on my truck. Before I get into that, I just want to give you a little bit of a background on my truck. So if you guys ever wondered pretty much on my truck. It is a 1999 Dodge Ram 2500. It has a 24 valve Cummins in it. Some people tend to believe mine has a 12 valve. I don't know why. It is a 24 valve. I bought it from an old man actually in the same town my brother is stationed at in now. He lived about 30 minutes from here. And I always thought it would be cool for a video idea because he has not seen a truck in about 2 years since I bought it. So I always thought it'd be a cool idea to make a video of me like just driving the truck, parking at his house and like hiding somewhere and seeing when he got home what he would think, if he would even recognize it. He actually was a sheriff in this town. So it'd be kind of crazy to see what he would think and how far his trucks came since me purchasing it. He'd probably hate it because it was an older guy and he kept a bone stock, and that's probably how he wanted it to be. The reason he actually got rid of the truck is because he actually had a grandbaby and he didn't want to have the car seat in the back, so he went and bought a 4th gen Cummins, a crew cab. And he wanted to keep this one, and he kept it in the garage for about 3 or 4 months. And his wife, unfortunately, actually ended up selling it. So he threw it on Craigslist, and he had it on there for about 4 to 5 hours, if I remember correctly. I called him up and said, hey man, I'm coming up with a trailer right now. Go ahead and take it off Craigslist. I'll go ahead and buy it. Drove up here, fell in love with the truck. If you guys are new to the channel, the truck used to be silver, and it was completely bone stock. It actually had running bars on it. It had a toolbox in the back. And it had a Georgia tag on the front. I took all that stuff off like within the first week. But the whole truck was completely bone stock. The only thing that was aftermarket, I guess you could say, on the truck was I do have cup holders off of Gino's garage. He did put those in the truck prior to me buying it, which I always actually thought that was stock until I started riding around in other people's 2nd gen Cummins. And when I first started the channel, I think it was like my 2nd or 3rd video, I showed the interior of the truck, and that was like the most #1 asked question is where I got my cup holders from. A couple of people mentioned that you can buy them off Gino's garage. I believe they're around $50 to $60. I could be wrong on that, but I want to say they're around that range. But back to the beginning, I bought it from the old man. I bought it with 250,000 miles on it for $10,500. He had it up for $11,800, I believe it was, or something around that. And I got him down to $10,500. And ever since then, I've loved it. Obviously, it's been changed up a lot since then, and that's why I'm getting into this video now to show you guys what's been going on. I would say the first and most asked question I would get on my truck is what % tint I have. I even see it on Caleb's videos. If Caleb shows my truck on his channel, people always ask, hey, how dark is his windshield? Does he get pulled over for it? Etc., etc. I'll go ahead and answer that now. I have 5% tint wrapped all the way around. I have a 35% windshield with a 12-inch strip across the inside, which you guys can't see. I'll try to get a quick little visual for you guys. But I have a 12-inch strip across the windshield and 35% tint all the way across the windshield. And all my tint is ceramic. It's a little bit upgraded from just the regular UV tint. It's a ceramic tint. It's a little bit more, but in my opinion it's worth it. UV tint, I believe is what it's called, only keeps out the sun rays. Ceramic tint keeps out the sun rays and the heat. And especially in Florida, it's definitely worth it in my opinion to spend the extra bucks to see a ceramic tint. I definitely wouldn't regret it, or I definitely don't regret buying the ceramic, spending the extra money. But that's that, and with the question of me getting pulled over with it, luckily Florida is pretty lenient. I would say that whenever I do get pulled over, it usually is about my tint, but Florida's pretty lenient, like I said, and they don't really care too much. They just say, hey, take it off, don't worry about it. I have gotten tickets for my tint before, but it's nothing crazy. I'll drive this truck right now. I pass 5 cops on the way to work every day, and nobody wants to pull me over. It's usually around like spring break time in Florida. I usually get pulled over the most with the tent being like that because they're just pulling over everybody looking for like underage drinkers, stuff like that. But around like most of the season in Florida, they don't really care. It's kind of the wild, wild west in Florida. They let you have straight pipe, which I'll get into. Your wheels can stick out. They don't care about that. That's the one good thing about the southern states. They kind of are really lenient compared to like California, where Dippin' Diesel lives. He actually just made a video saying they actually has to put his truck back to stock just to pass like emissions and stuff. Luckily, Florida doesn't have emissions, so I don't have to worry about all that. So tent wise, do I get pulled over a lot? Not necessarily, but like I said, when I do get pulled over, it usually is for my tent. Second question, what wheel and tire combo am I running? I'm running a 22x12 fuel lethal with a -44 offset with a Nitto 420 tire. They are 305, 45, 22. As for the tire combo, Nitto 420s are kind of half and half. Either you love them or you hate them. I personally love them. I've always ran mud tires before. I've had mud grapplers, boggers, trail graps, carrot grapplers, stuff like that. I've always loved Nitto. I usually tend to stick towards Nitto. My brother, I know he likes Toyo, but I've always been a Nitto guy. When it comes to 420s, in my opinion, it's one of the best street tires you can get. You can get Toyo Proxies, which that would be my second tire if I didn't go with a 420. But I love the 420s. They last a long time if you don't do burnouts everywhere like my old set. My old set was completely bald. If you guys used to follow me for a while back, I used to put burnout, or this truck, I used to do burnout videos with my old set of wheels and tires all the time. These I've not done a burnout with only because they're fairly new. They still have about, I would say 90% tread left, and I want to try to keep these to last as much as I can. But yeah, that's the wheel and tire combo. The third question I would say I get a lot is what exhaust am I running? I'll just start from the beginning. I run a Steed Speed T4 manifold, which leads into a S369 SXE Borg Warner, which then it goes to a 4-inch straight pipe out to a 6-inch tip. It's currently dumped right now. I used to have it off to the side. But if you're new, I have it dumped now, and I'm actually about to change that again. I've only had a dump on there for maybe a month, and I just don't care for it too much. I do plan on going with a stack here pretty soon, hopefully within the next month or so. I do plan on going with a stack. But yeah, that's the most common questions I get. If I did not get to your question in this video, you guys are more than welcome to ask down below. I know some people are asking what suspension setup I run, what front end parts I run, what brackets I run for the 4th gen bumper, what motor mods I have currently, what gauges I run, what fuel, lift pump stuff I run. If you guys have any questions like that, if you guys want to have another video like this, just let me know. You can DM me over Instagram and I can make another video on, you know, the rest of the truck pretty much, like my paint job, stuff like that. But as always guys, I appreciate you watching all my videos, and we'll see you in the next one.